friends, welcome to episode 9 of the Mile High Club. How did that happen, Rach?
Episode 9. How are we there? And in Miami, baby.
Of course, where else? So this week we're going to be answering a question that nobody's asked, but everybody needs to know the answer to. Who are we and why the hell are we doing a podcast together? I think we skipped over this a little bit when we started. We got so excited.
We got 9 episodes in and not introduced ourselves.
We've got too much to say.
We're Delulu.
Exactly.
We just thought that everybody already knew who we were. Apparently they don't.
So we're going to ask some unhinged questions today and go through our early stories, which I think is something that we haven't covered yet. And Rachel, I know that you famously said this before.
Oh no, what?
But you made $1 million and lost $1 million.
I did.
And I don't think enough people know this story. So I'd love for you to kick us off. On episode 9, we've done this completely backwards. But if you know us as humans, you know that that's how we do everything.
We roll.
But what we're going to do today is dive into you before network marketing, because not a lot of people know that story.
No, and I don't think it's one that I tell a lot. I should maybe start to speak a little bit more than it. But I think people are like, oh, look at her making 7 figures. It's amazing. It's actually I did it before, guys. Mm-hmm. And I think that was my deluded mentality that if I could do it once, I could do it again. So backstory, was in LA, was working at Playboy at the time. Obviously was getting a load of offers for things. I accidentally made $1 million. I have to say that.
Accidentally make $1 million.
I was on a roll. It was working. It was this. It was just rolling. It was networking.
Mm-hmm.
So I accumulated. I was being looked after. I didn't have to spend a penny. Mm-hmm. So it was like I was living underneath somebody else's roof. I wasn't spending a penny. So I managed to accumulate quite a lot of money. But back then there was no wealth management. There was nobody to help me. There was nobody to say, hang on a second, how about investing? Mm-hmm. I was like, how old was I? Gosh, 30, in my early 30s. And the world was a big place and it was wild. And I spent it all. And now this is something that we talk about a lot, Leah, about spending your money, eating your money. And I think a lot of people in our team don't understand when we say she ate her money. What do you mean she ate her money?
Yeah.
It's actually really easy to spend $1 million. Like if you won the lottery today, you'd have spent it in a minute. Mm-hmm. Somebody go, oh, if I won the lottery and I won like $1 million, and if I was a millionaire, it's like that would go in about 2.5 seconds.
I'm going to give you a stat now. You know I am.
Oh God, she's here with her numbers. I love it. I love a stat. Come on then.
So
hit me with a stat.
The majority of big lotto winners, anything from $1 million up, even up to hundreds of millions, will absolutely blast it and go back to being in the exact same position that they were in. There was a guy, I'll try and find it and post it on socials because really interesting read, but there was a guy that they called the Lotto Lout, and you can Google this. Do you remember him?
Is this the guy that won 20 million?
I think it was more than that. And he bought like a castle and loads of supercars.
I met him in a club.
What?
I met him in a club. I used to work in a club. Used to work in a nightclub. I met him. He was flash. Oh, he was ever so flash. And everybody knew that he'd won this money. And he was flashing it around. I just remember people going, it's going to go. Mm-hmm. He's going to lose it. The Lotto Lout. Is that what his name was? The Lotto Lout.
Lotto Lout in the papers because
I think his name was Andrew.
I won't call him Michael. Let's go with Michelangelo. But yeah, he made this. Well, he didn't make it. He won this money and he'd absolutely squandered it in about 5 years. Divorced, no wealth management, nobody guiding him with anything. And I think this is a problem with a lot of the new entrepreneurs that come in. You know, you can print money on the internet now, whether it's through, sales of stuff, podcasts. There's people kids unboxing toys on YouTube that are making.
Ryan.
Who's Ryan?
See, you don't have children.
No, thank
Ryan.
God, because I would be bored out
Ryan makes, back in the day, Ryan was making $28 million a year. He was 6.
Insanity.
6.
Insanity. And this is but listen, people watch all sorts of shit on the internet, our podcast included. But but there's people printing money and there's no wealth management. And I was thinking about this the other day at school. So when we go to school, I was thinking about my early years and how I ended up being an entrepreneur, and I'll go into that in a minute. But there was a business degree that you could go and do after school, and I distinctly remember talking my sister out of doing it at university, because I said, what are you going to do with the business degree? And she said, oh, I don't know, it'll help me, get a job or run a business. And I said, Molly, the person that's teaching the business degree has in their life never owned a business or ran a business. And so what they're teaching you are textbook theory, things that don't exist. And this goes right down to school as well. And when you come out with that business degree, the reality of it is all you've got is £40,000 worth of debt and not a clue how to operate a business, how to be an entrepreneur, how to manage money. And most of the time, our parents weren't in a position to teach us these things. And so this is the issue that people that come into the online space now and start to make millions, whether it's through Bitcoin, digital marketing, network marketing, YouTube videos, is there's so much money available that actually a lot of people don't know how to manage it. And us included, you got it wrong the first time round, but the second time round, you've been more aware of eating your money.
But let this be a lesson of it. It's okay to fail the first time. Do it the second time and work on what failed the first time.
Yeah.
You can't come to me, it doesn't work. Well, it didn't work for me the first time, but it worked the second time. And you've been your background was not network marketing.
No.
I mean, she was in a man's world.
I was.
You were in a man's world. Oh
And
my God, tell me a little bit about your man's world back then.
Talking about our stories, so we trained recently in London, and that was the first time. And I thought, why do I not talk about this? I never speak about my
I loved
story.
this story, and everybody in the room was like, oh my God, Leah opened up about this, and it was bloody funny as well.
Yeah.
It
I
was
have to make
funny.
everything funny.
It was funny, but I thought, oh my God, we've been doing this 5-6 years and we've never told our stories. And that
No.
was the first time you stood up on stage and actually said, right, this is where I am. This is where I was.
Yeah.
This is what happened. And I want you to tell this story to everybody,
I
because
would
if you
love
haven't heard this,
to.
guys, it's incredible. Like she's the only person I think in the world, in the UK.
UK, yeah, that's done what,
Why does
that's
that?
done what I
Why
did.
doesn't that freaking surprise me? Somebody's gonna do it. Leah Lockett
It
is
had to be
going
me.
to do it.
But so why I did this before I go into it was as I've stepped into the industry as a coach and as a leader, all I've wanted to do is give people skills. Everything with me is very practical. It's always got a fact or a figure. It's quite straight-laced, which is the way that I am.
She loves a fact
I'm
and a
obsessed
figure and a
with
stat.
numbers.
You might have noticed by now, guys.
Numbers and systems, like literally obsessed with them. And I thought we went to we had a Zoom call. No, it wasn't a Zoom. We did a podcast with Fraser, and we were talking about what makes a great trainer.
I hope you guys listened to that last week, by the way. If you're listening to this one, hopefully you've already listened to our Fraser podcast.
You've got to have caught up by now. He spoke, and another of our kind of mentors, friends, Rob Sperry had said the same thing. We're stepping into that stage now where we're speaking on global stages to tens of thousands, and I was thinking, how can I make myself a better speaker and not just a great coach? And the thing that I heard from every single person was some vulnerability, your own stories, and a little bit of comedy. Now, I always crack a joke when I'm training. I crack a joke when I'm speaking, don't I? Everything to me is stand up. And I thought, let's weave in we talk about authenticity. I've got a story on that in a minute. I thought, let me actually be authentically me and not just authentically coach me. So I went into the early days, and if you know me or you've heard me speak or you follow me on Instagram, you'll know that I always say I am delusionally confident.
No.
Yeah.
No, not you, Leah Lockett.
Yeah, that's
no
exactly
Delulu
what I
over
am.
here.
So
surely.
delusional that I thought, how do I turn this into a training? Because that's been my superpower throughout my life. So going back into early life, one of the things that for me at school happened was I didn't fit in. I was popular. I was in with the in crowd, but I could not focus in lessons. We all know that I've got ADHD my whole life.
She loves a letter behind her name, this one.
Letters in front, letters behind, letters on top. I had to add ADHD.
Letters on top.
Letters on top. You've sent me off piece now. It's not
Let's
hard.
have fun. Let's fun.
And so when I was at school, I couldn't get into the system of it. I didn't understand why they were teaching us things like, I used to always question algebra, for example.
Can we just ask who's ever
Never.
used algebra? I had this argument the other day with Shaq. I was literally like, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I've never used anything from school ever since
No.
like ever.
And even things like religion. I remember sitting in religious studies and just questioning everything. Like, how far-fetched does some of the stuff that you're teaching us sound in here? Like, ridiculous. I can't get behind it. And so I have always operated on logic. And for me, a lot of the things taught at school were completely illogical. And I didn't work it out until further down the line that school is a system that is a box with one shape. And if you don't fit into the shape, then you're not an employee. And I'm not an employee, guys, and I've never been designed to be
We
an
actually
employee.
just said this to our hairdresser earlier. We were just like,
Yeah.
we just can't. We're just unemployable.
I couldn't.
Like, literally unemployable.
I couldn't do it. I couldn't fit in the box. And I couldn't do it then. And so the point that I'm getting to with this is when it came around to GCSEs, and I distinctly remember this, I went in for my mental arithmetic test. If anyone remembers this. Do you remember this?
No, a mental arithmetic.
It's exactly what it sounds like. It was mental. I can't believe they were making people do it. But they play like a tape at the beginning of the at the hall, and you have to answer the questions as somebody's reading through. It's maths.
Can't ever remember doing that.
And I
must
got
have
to
done.
the first question, which was my name. I filled that one in.
Did we stumble?
It took me too long to write my name. And by the second question, he was on to the third. I thought, fuck, I fucked this up. I don't know what he's just said. Then I started thinking about what question 2 was and missed question 3 and 4. By the time I got to question 5, I was like, I'm not fucking doing this shit. And I went to sleep on my paper and woke up to a teacher shaking me, and I dribbled all over the paper. It was stuck to the side of my face.
Sexy.
And that was the only GCSE I went in for. I didn't go in for any of the others. So I left school with no GCSEs. Now, this is where the delusion comes in. And this delusion has been present since, I think, probably birth. I might have been dropped on my head. It's all played in my favour. But I left the GCSEs and went home to my mum and said, I'm not doing them. They're useless. And my mum said, well, you're not going to be able to get any other qualifications or get a job. And I was like, yeah, well, and walked out. And there was a joke at the time. My mum used to laugh at me when I'd say, yeah, I will. And years later, I started to prove that if I'd said, yeah, I will, I was going to do it. And so I've got no GCSEs, but I have a master's degree.
I mean, how?
Because
How do we get a master's degree
Because-
with no... Because surely you need...
this is what they want you to
Yeah,
believe.
surely
They
it's
want
like a
you to-
conveyor belt, no?
It should be. I just got off the conveyor belt, ran around it, and jumped in at the end for the master's degree. But they tell you that if you don't get the good grade, that you can't go to college. If you don't get your A levels, you can't do your bachelor's. If you don't get your bachelor's, you can't do your master's. And I was thinking about that conveyor belt. And you know, at every stage of that conveyor belt, what happens? Money is made by the government and by the education system.
Correct.
They're making money by putting you through a conveyor belt to add all of these things on by teachers that 99.9% of the time haven't even operated in the field of the thing that they're giving you a degree in. And I used to think about this when I was younger. And I know most children or young adults aren't thinking
Quite
like
ahead
that.
of your times, babe. You're quite ahead.
Listen, I've been on
She's
this
been here
planet many
before.
times.
She's been here before.
This is just my latest circulation. But I got onto a master's degree through relevant experience. I went and worked my way up from being a receptionist through to being an estate agent. And then I said to the people in the office, I'm going to be a surveyor, because the surveyors had Range Rovers and Rolex watches. I've got one of each now. And I went to university through relevant experience, and I got the masters that I needed to become a surveyor. I also, at the same time, did my chartership. So this is the thing that you was mentioning before. I am the only person that ever qualified. So I collected my scroll or whatever it is that they give you.
Is it like a Guinness Book of Records qualification? I think you should be in it.
Maybe.
I think it should
Such
be
a shit thing to be in the Guinness Book of Records for.
I mean, they're never very good, are they? Like, how many times can you swing a hula hoop?
No, yeah, maybe you're right, actually.
I think yours is pretty much up there, babe, in all honesty.
And so they said when I graduated, I'd graduated as a chartered surveyor because I'd done the thing that I needed to do at the same time. And so, again, I've been told by society, you have to do it this way. That's the only way through. And even by family, I was told, you need to do this or you'll never be anything. And by teachers, I was told, if you don't go and do this, you'll never become this. And actually, there's so many other different ways to do things that if you do just back yourself, and this is what I mean by delusional confidence, you can do anything and you can be anyone. And that's been something that's played in my favor from young to a point now that where when I say something, other people back me as well. But it starts with you backing yourself before other people clap, before other people believe. And the cost of entry for success is looking temporarily stupid.
This is a thing that people aren't willing to do. And it's what I say, you have got to be okay with doing it before the paychecks, before the applause, before the recognition. You've got to be okay with doing it when people are laughing at you.
Yeah.
People aren't willing to do that. Like, genuinely aren't willing to do that. We were, which is what brought us together.
Yeah.
So how is the question? Everybody's like, you and Leah, okay, so we don't financially benefit off each other in business. Although we do.
We do.
But we didn't. We didn't financially benefit off each other. And I think when people saw us together, we're going to start working together, they were like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
It was like, what? No. Are they not meant to be in competition? Mm-hmm. They're working together. Are you sure? And so many people said to me, I don't think this is a good idea. Mm-hmm. I don't think this is a good idea. She's going to steal your prospects.
Yeah.
It was literally like, so how did this happen? I remember walking into a room and we knew of each other.
We did. We knew of each other.
We knew of each other.
Yeah.
And I remember going into a room and it was an event and I knew that you were going to be there. And I thought, right, I've got two choices here. The first choice is to walk in there like I own the fucking place. Literally. Sit myself down and be like, she has arrived. My second choice is to go and introduce myself to everybody who we all know each other, but we don't know each other. And I literally chose the first choice. But I opened the door and there she was with a oat mocha latte and a freaking Hermes bag. And she'd done it already. I was like, fuck. Choice one. And I just came over to you and I just remember going, hi Leah, I'm Rachel, nice to meet you. And I gave you a kiss and then I just ran off.
I remember this, and do you know what's so funny? That was me with the big dick energy in the room.
I was like, shit, she stole my big dick energy, bitch.
And look, we honestly, by all accounts, should hate each other.
I love you.
And so here's my version of the story. So we knew of each other, and I didn't know that you was coming to that event that day. And when you came to that event, I was like, oh my fucking God, Rachel's here. And I wanted to despise you. And you came over and was like, hi, I'm Rachel. Nice to meet you. And I was like, oh, she's really nice.
She went to me, you're so tiny.
Yes.
The only words that came out of your mouth were, you're so tiny. I was like, thank you.
Do you know what it was? I'd never seen like a small person with such big dick energy. Apart from
like
myself,
you.
and I was like, oh my God, small person.
There's another little dick energy and she looks like me.
So then I was like, as much as I wanted to not like you, I instantly just wanted to collect you like the blonde to my brunette and take you with me. And that was essentially what happened. So I think we both had the same story with the same outcome.
It was literally like, and poof,
Yeah.
it works. Had the energy been like recorded in that moment, it would have been like the birth of something special. And still people would be like, why are you guys working together? Like, what shots? Like, why would we not? We're literally the same person in different bodies.
Yeah, we are. And do you know what I was thinking about the other day? Oh, we'll talk about that actually. I was back in Manchester, and when I'm back in Manchester, I am like low vibe, bad energy as a human.
A bit rainy up there. It's a bit grim.
Terrible.
It's a bit grim.
It's terrible. And I was back for all of 5 days because we've been in Dubai, Barcelona, Dublin.
Forgot Barcelona.
Yeah, we went to Barcelona.
Did.
We did. We trained a full room there, and then we come back and did the same one in London. And the 5 days I was back between the events that we had and going to LA, I text you and I just had a cry walking up Deansgate. I don't know why when I'm in that country, when I'm there, I feel like I'm in a waiting room.
You said this. You
Yeah.
feel like you're just waiting for something else
Yeah.
to happen, to like what's
Yeah.
next.
And you and Cassie were the only people that I text to say what I said, which was, I've built so much freedom with this business and with this industry that sometimes I don't know what to do with it.
Now, we spoke about this the other day, didn't we? You've built so much freedom that you don't know what to do with it. And some people are like, well, that's a nice problem
Yeah.
to have. But actually, it's a really shitty problem to have.
It sounds like first world problem. And if you're listening now and you're thinking, oh my God, I'm so free, I don't know what to do with it.
Get
It
over
was
yourself.
It was and this will take us on to what the reality of what the work looks like that
Yeah.
we've put in. But the reality of it is I have sacrificed all of my personal life for the last 5 years. That what I've built is incredible. 90% of my life looks incredible and feels incredible, but there's 10% of it that I've just never focused on, which is my personal life. I don't know where I want to live. I don't know if I want kids. I don't know if I want to get married. And I'm 36 this week. And
It's her birthday on Sunday.
and I feel like the pressure of society.
Baby, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know if I want to be married. I don't know if I want to have kids.
Listen,
and I
it's
don't know
too
where I
fucking
want to
late.
live. And I've got all those things. I don't think that's ever going to leave you.
And this is the thing, I saw something the other day, which is the married are dreaming of being single, the single are looking at the married, dreaming of being married, the older wishing they were young, the younger wishing they're old.
Always.
And the rich are thinking about the times when they didn't have
Famous
the
want to be
responsibility.
non-famous. They want to have privacy. It's so true. It's so true. Oh, babe. But
But
we've had some questions.
have we?
Yes.
I'm excited.
Shall we start
for
with
this.
some questions?
Yes, please.
Oh, they're fun ones. Shall I just read all of them out?
Am
Okay.
I answering your questions?
I think we just go. No, these are questions for both
Both
of
of
us.
us. Okay,
so we
let's go,
both
let's
got
go.
answers. So the first one is it's a bit random. We've gone a bit random.
Okay.
But this is what people want to hear. Who would die first in a horror movie and how?
Me, definitely
You would
me.
definitely die first.
Do you know why?
I know why.
Because I just can't be asked to do anything.
She's not that important to run.
No.
It's literally
No.
Leah's head is like this. Is it important enough for me to take action on it?
No. Not a
No.
lot of things are.
No. You would definitely die first.
If we did it as like a business
We'd
challenge.
go together.
Yeah.
We don't, well, obviously, we'd go together because leaving one of us here really shitty.
Neither
that
of
would
us
be
have signed our
really
residual income
selfish.
wills.
We've not signed our residual income wills. We must do that. But it'd be really shitty for one of us to leave the other person alone.
Yeah,
Like, we
it
wouldn't do that. We'd have to
absolutely
go
would.
together.
Yeah.
You would theoretically go first because you couldn't be
You
asked.
would die of a broken heart after.
I would die of a broken
I'll take the knife to the
How
heart.
would I?
and you
Hang on.
can
What was the
decide.
question? How would I die in it? What was it? How would I die
You would
in?
go first, and how would they die?
Oh, you would. You
Me,
would.
Because
You would die.
I can't be bothered to do anything about it.
No,
it's
you
not making me money. It doesn't make sense. Bye.
No. Okay. One man who stalks your stories and that you love that for you. What kind of question is that?
What is it? A man that what?
There's one man who stalks your stories and you love that for you.
All of them.
All of them.
Yeah, that's
All
a
the
shit
men
question.
stalk our stories.
Do you remember when you used to get dick pics?
I used to get dick pics every morning. Wonderful. It was a wonderful experience. And then it got worse because every morning, not only me and my team, this is why I kind of
Don't
moved
recruit
away.
men.
I don't recruit men because every man I've ever, I'm sorry, Mr. Producer over there, but every man that I have ever recruited has sent me a picture of his dick. or try to screw
You know
my
what?
team.
Right, okay, let's talk about dick pics a minute, right? So, we've gone fucking off piece there.
But that's what we do.
As a man, I wonder if the producer can help us with this question. What part of your brain thinks... He's laughing behind the camera. It's not our usual producer either. He's like, who are these
He's
two?
only just met. He's like, oh, shit. Shit.
What part of your brain thinks, I know what'll woo her over?
A picture of my penis.
Yeah, because
Doesn't work.
there's a lot of men doing it on social media.
There's a lot of ways that I would like to be wooed, and that is not one.
That's never been on the list.
Every morning we got up and we had a picture, but it gets better.
How does it?
Because
I think it can only get worse.
No, it gets better because I share an iCloud with my husband. So all pics that come to me also go to him.
What did Shaq think about the morning?
He was
dick?
in the shower in the morning, he'd be like, Rach, dick pic. And he'd literally just say, dick pic. And I'd be like, thanks, babe.
Was there somebody that joined the business?
Yeah, he was in my team for about a millisecond. But
Rachel Algie has removed dick pic
Right,
from
there's,
the
you know,
chat.
if you're in my team, and we'll get to that in a minute, like my toxic joke, Rachel Lowdy has removed somebody from the chat because you're being an arsehole. But when I confronted this certain gentleman that my husband was actually getting the pictures, he started to send videos.
Maybe he had like that thing where he likes people watching.
I know. So we'll skip that question because we've done that one.
I've got one for you
Yeah.
that I could answer actually.
Could you?
Yeah.
I mean, we could probably answer each other's
I
questions.
don't know if
at point.
this is for both of us.
Okay.
What's your toxic business trait that you actually call a boundary?
Oh,
I
I'm
can
really
tell you.
working on my boundaries.
Yours,
Shit.
Rachel Lowgie's boundaries are a fucking shit show.
I am a disgrace.
Yeah. So Rachel, for this one, I'll answer it. You can answer for me. How well do we know each other? Rachel Lowgie says, I'm not answering the phone before 11 a.m. and I'm having such and such time off of an evening. Rachel Lowgie will pick the phone up at 3 a.m. to tell you the ABTA number. So if you're in her team, or even if you're not, just ring her anyway. She'll answer the phone. You know them memes where it says, if you had to ring someone now.
I would be that person.
So like, don't
or
ring
you
me.
die.
Don't ring me because you'll die.
You'll die.
Mine's on Do Not Disturb. Rachel Lowgie, if I had to ring somebody to win a free holiday or 10 grand, her, any time of the day she'll pick up. And then she says she's working on the boundary.
I'm
How's
really
that going, babe?
It's going swimmingly awful. It's awful. I'm so trying. Do you know what it is? It's just I have a lot of love for my team, and I don't want to see them just on their own, drowning in the sea, in the ocean of network marketing confusion. And I'm like, don't worry, I'm here with a lifeboat and my bell and my whistle. I'll come and save you. I've got Messiah complex. It's okay.
You do have
it's
Messiah
okay.
complex.
Yours, by the way,
Yeah.
is gaslighting.
Oh, I love to
You're
gaslight
such
myself.
a freaking gaslight.
Yeah.
So for Leah, I forgot your name for a minute.
It's that person I've got a podcast with, no bother. Who are you? again? Do you know what it is? She's getting to that age where the memory starts to go.
Don't even fucking joke. Because seriously, I'm scared that this is all going. It's all slowly going.
At least you can catch it back up on YouTube.
You watch it back. So Leah's toxic trait is she gaslights not only herself but also me.
Yeah, I do that.
Into telling herself and me that we're all having a day off. Don't worry, babe. How many times have we said it today? In June, we're going to have 4 weeks off.
Yeah.
We're going to have a week off. Don't worry. At the end of this week, we'll have a day off. How many days have you had off recently? Ever?
No, none.
None.
Since I've started. None.
Never. Not
but
one.
Do you know what it is? So if I gaslight me and you in the process, it makes us feel better about whatever's going on at the time. So it's like a nice gaslight situation. Because I'm like, the shit's hit the fan now. I'm not like gaslighting you so I can rob you. I'm gaslighting you so you can get through the next 12 hours with this fake promise of a day off that never comes.
Never come.
No.
I was really looking forward to my holiday. And then she's like, right, Rach, so what we're going to do is I've got $1 million plan. And I was like, but it's meant to be our week off. No, next week, baby. Next week we'll take a week off.
Yeah.
After this, we'll take the week off.
Tomorrow never comes.
Tomorrow never comes for our day off.
But the thing with what we do is we love it and it doesn't feel like work. And so even on the bad days, it's worth it as an entrepreneur.
Never work.
No.
Honestly, it is never work. We get pissed off. We get annoyed.
Yeah. like everyone.
I've had a bad week.
Yeah.
I've been annoyed. Honestly, if you're in my team this week, I truly apologise, not apologising, but a little bit apologising to you guys. I've been an absolute bitch.
Have you?
There are that's where I do have boundaries when it comes to, can I call it team culture?
Yeah.
There are things that I don't let go and the things that I do, and I wasn't letting nothing go this week.
But I think as an entrepreneur, and as for anyone that's listening that's an aspiring entrepreneur, you get put in positions that usually you wouldn't be put in working for somebody else, because you've suddenly become responsible for, and whatever stage of your business journey you're in at the minute, this will crop up at some point, which brings me on to the next thing. We are where we are because of this one thing, and it became apparent to me about 2 weeks ago. We're in a chat, a leadership chat, and in that chat, I went in it, and all I could see was problems. And I thought, why is nobody just fixing the problem? Because when something happens to me or you, we both do it, no matter what it is, the world is on fire, everyone's going to die, it comes to us, and both of us will go, leave it with us, don't worry, we'll sort
it out.
And without losing our minds, without, saying the world's against me, without saying we're wrapping the business up.
Somebody else's problem, it's not mine.
Without
the action that
throwing
I
it.
took. What was the thing that I said to somebody the other day? I said, stop getting upset for the problem that you caused by the action that you took.
Yeah.
Don't get upset with me for reacting to that. Mm-hmm. You caused it. You created it. The action was taken by you. Don't get upset with my reaction to your action.
The thing that you've caused.
Yeah, right?
And so the quicker you can become a problem solver, the better. Because what entrepreneurs do is solve problems. What leaders of teams do is solve problems. What do network marketers do? We solve a problem.
And this is what I said in a training once. Actually, twice, maybe 3 times.
Did you say it? Or
I said it. No, I didn't steal this. I promise. Did I steal? No, I did. I might have done.
Listen, you've said it enough.
I said it enough for it to be mine. I said that when I started network marketing, my goal wasn't to make 6 figures. I wasn't money led. My goal was to become the best problem solver that network marketing had ever seen, and to create a system where people could also become a really good problem solver, because that is when you look at all the top leaders. Now, we have a leadership chat. I'm going to put it out there. They're not leaders.
Yes.
There's a handful of leaders in there, because to me, a leader is a problem solver, and that's it. It should be, the top problem solver. When we do a leadership board, it should be a top problem solvers board.
Yeah.
It literally should be, because when I'm looking at all the leaders coming through and I'm looking at the numbers, it's just the people that sort the problems out without emotion.
Yeah.
Don't even get me on emotion. The number of times this week I've said, take the fucking emotion out of your business. And I say to people when they come to my business, I will be holding your hair back while you puke in the toilet, like whispering sweet nothings to you. You're going to be fine. But if something business comes in, I'm swapping.
Yeah.
You get 2 sides to me. You get lovely Rach. You get Mama Bear. And Mama Bear. And you get business Rach. And those are not the same people. Yeah. You've got to take the emotion out of it.
And I think that as women, listen, I genuinely can say it's not something I've ever suffered with, because I'm not emotional in life, and I'm certainly never emotional in business. Everything that I do is black and white. There's no grey. It's logic. And that's been something that's enabled me to scale at the rate I have. Yeah. But women in business tend to get emotional because they take the nurturing side that you've just mentioned there, and they mix it up with where they need to be operating logically, which isn't a nurturing trait sometimes, because we can't save everybody. And if we're solving a problem and the thing that's causing a problem is making you emotional, it takes away the ability and the capability for you to even solve it, because you get sucked into the drama or the nonsense that's going on there.
I'm a drama-free zone, babes.
Yeah.
But talking of emotions, we've got another question that's come in, which has got nothing to do with business, but I love it. Who's more likely to fall in love at the baggage carousel? Not you.
Not me.
You don't fall in love.
Me.
Anybody who thinks that they can come to Leah and she's going to fall in love with them, she isn't. I promise you. She's like, I just dissected on the beach her like, what
yeah,
can we even call it?
think we just
Is it
did
even
like
a system? Do you even have a dating system?
Uh,
She's hardcore.
Yeah.
She would not fall in love. Could you fall in lust? You'd probably fall in lust.
I don't think I could even do that.
not even do that?
I think I'm lacking the emotional capacity for it, to be totally honest. This is the 10% of my life that I need to work on.
Right, we're working on that. So that answer is probably, hang on. What is the most Delulu manifestation that has worked for you? We're gonna do a whole podcast on manifesting.
Next week
we're talking about howling to the moon. You know the ones.
Yeah, the people that think they can align the ways to success, which they can't, by the way. So don't miss next week's episode.
Don't miss that episode because I've got a lot to say. I manifest some crazy shit. Right, I'm going on a cruise. Right.
We just drove past the cruise port, and this reminded us.
We have just driven. Like, I am a serious manifester. You know, if I say something, it is going to happen down to silly things, even like cars and shit like that. Whatever I say, it will happen. Mm-hmm. But I'm going on a cruise, and we just drove past the cruise terminal. I was like, oh, that reminds me, I'm going to get that upgrade. And Leah's like, you've already got it.
Yeah.
I haven't got it yet, but I will get it.
So this story, for anyone that doesn't know, and then I want to talk about cruises because I think
We're trying to get her on a cruise, but she doesn't. No, you can't have a phobia of something you've never done.
Yeah, it just looks icky to me from the exterior. But
I'm going to tell you about cruises.
Rachel realised that you can bid for an upgrade on some of these cruises, and we talk about vision boards and all the rest of it, and we've got one. We're going to cover this next week in a bit more detail. But Rach said it's always been on the family vision board goals to go to this suite. It's not a suite, it's like a whole fucking floor.
It's like a house on a cruise ship. Yeah. It's got slides, it's got climbing walls, it's got like 4 bedrooms, it's got like jacuzzis and a swimming pool, like on the cruise. If anybody's been on a cruise, you get like, it's like been in a matchbox.
Yeah.
I mean, some people don't even have windows.
It's giving jail cell on.
Is it that is like, yeah, I couldn't do that. Some people don't even have windows. In my head, I'm in this suite, it's called the ultimate family suite. We're talking. So I get an email. Rachel, yeah, would you like to bid for this suite? I would like to bid for the suite. So I've gone online. How do we bid? Apparently, if you're going on a Royal Caribbean cruise, you have to bid the price plus a penny.
What do you mean by bid the price plus a penny?
So it's a bidding war. Oh. So what happens is they've got these available suites. So people that have already got suites or whatever can bid for the upgrade and you win it. So I bid it and I've won it. I haven't won it. They haven't told me I've won it yet.
All that's happened here is they've not sent you the email yet.
They've not sent me the email, but I will be on that. That is crazy manifestation because actually it's not just I've won it. I can actually picture my kids going down the slide. Like Aspen's going down the slide. It's in my head.
And that's the point of manifestation. We'll cover this next week, right? But I want to finish with this because we drove past that cruise ship before.
She got the ick.
All I could see was it was giving D-Wing on the sea. Because everyone's I'm sorry if you love cruises, you can
I love cruises.
Have you been on one before?
I've been on 3.
Can I tell you the stages of ick that I go through with a cruise? Number 1, it looks like a floating Alcatraz. Yeah. Number 2, there's people on it.
There are people. That's your problem. So let's just stop at number 2. Number 2 is just there are people on it. That's the only freaking reason you don't want to go on because there's people.
And I can't get away from them because I'm in jail in the middle of the sea. So I'm twice as stuck.
But there's water slides.
I can go in one in my garden, babe.
She's not. I can't. Listen, we need a petition. Can we get Leah on a cruise ship?
I'll tell you which cruise you'll get me on. 4 Seasons or Ritz-Carlton.
Oh.
Yeah.
Can I not get you on the Virgin Voyages?
My girl's
Leah,
in my team.
you want she said today, she was like, I haven't got any gay people in my team.
Yeah.
They're all on the freaking Virgin Voyages.
I'll go if it involves work.
We will make it involve. We will turn it into a work trip.
I'm not saying I won't throw myself off the ship.
And the Virgin Voyages, they have hammocks on the
That's not, there's hammocks
Something
everywhere.
else, something on a hammock. They've got hammocks on the balconies. You might find the love of your life.
I doubt, listen.
Not on a Virgin
Not on a
Voyages.
Virgin Voyages cruise. Being thick burgers from the fucking side of the boat. Not for me. Do you know the other place that I said I wasn't going to like, though, and loved?
Where?
The Maldives
Now, we stayed at the same place.
hotel. I loved it.
It was beautiful.
I loved it.
It was stunning. She actually, when I was there, she actually said, "Oh, do you know a girl called Leah Lockett?" I said, no. Nah, I don't know her. Never heard of her. Who is she? She does travel, does she? No, I don't know. You really left an impression there. But Maldives was
Laura.
stunning. I think people say that there's nothing to do. I think that's the cruise thing as well. There's nothing to do. There's loads to do. Right,
Yeah.
I'm getting you on a cruise. I'm getting you on one.
No, I'm going to go kicking and screaming.
I'm going to do a retreat, a leadership retreat.
I'm not coming.
You are coming. You can't leave me alone now. See, this is a problem.
This is my only term and condition. Like, I'll do anything else. I'm up for aggravated assault, brunch, whatever. But you cannot get me on a cruise. I won't go.
Right, guys, watch this space. I'll manifest it. I can see you
My
you in the
power
all-inclusive
is working
buffet
against
now,
yours.
babe. I can see you lining up for the ice cream queue.
My power is working against yours.
You're there. You're there.
So next week, we're going to cover manifestation, but the aligned action that needs to go with it, and why people that say they're aligning the way to a 7-figure business are full of shit. So join us next week for
Love you
episode 10.
guys.
Bye, friends.
Bye, friends.